Junior doctors have had enough of empty promises made by the Department of Health. They say the department is not paying urgent attention to their grievances about their placements for 2022. They are tired of being left in limbo and will be approaching the court to force it to place all internship and community service doctors by the 16th of December. South African Medical Association spokesperson Dr. Mzulungile Nodikida joins me now for more. Doctor, very good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. How many junior doctors have not been placed so far?
Yeah, good evening to you and good evening to your viewers. We are sitting at 2,252 community service doctors who have not been placed so far.
And is this, how far back are we going? Is it 2020, 2021?
Yes, these are doctors who are doing their last year of internship.
Their last year of
internship. We've been reliably told by our junior doctors chairperson that the interns have been placed. It's the community service doctors who have not been placed, and it's that 2,252.
Okay, so what is the problem? Why have these 2,200 not been placed so far?
All right. So according to the department, the challenge that they have is funding. And they can only find posts for about 1,588, which leaves about 664 without placement.
So these are funded placements that we're talking about. Was the department not aware that this number, they had to place so many doctors or junior doctors?
Yes, so this is the part where we are saying it's a problem of planning for the Department of Health. We think that if this was planned properly, we understand that there are so many things that in this financial year in particular, or even the last one, were disruptors, specifically in our sector, which is the COVID. So we understand that. But in the context of COVID, you would think that the priority would be given to the placement, especially of community service doctors, because these are the people who will be in the deep rural areas of our country, and they'll be servicing the populations that do not ordinarily have access to doctors.
So the ministry is saying they need about another 133 million rand to place, the doctors that we're speaking about here, the junior doctors we're talking about. You are planning to go to court to force them to do it by the 16th. Do you find that to be possible? Do you think that will happen?
Yeah. So what we have decided to do yesterday, we have not changed. I mean, on the 16th, we will, if nothing has happened with the community service doctors, we'll really approach the courts. But we've also, because we have to solve the problem that is in front of us. So part of what we are doing now, we've written to the ministry again to say we would like to have an engagement with the minister and the deputy minister of health. And we're also preparing a letter to the presidency. Because we think this is very important, because SAMA is not just an association that just looks after the interest of doctors. We have a broader obligation to the nation. We think that our people, especially in the context of COVID, deserve to have the medics and not have our medics being lured outside. They're looking outside to go and work in other countries. They should be kept in the country. So we're doing that now as the time between now and the 16th. But if nothing happens on the 16th, we don't have a choice, but we'll have to approach the court.
There's also the problem of placement in terms of the, where students are being placed as well, isn't there? Some of your junior doctors are complaining that they may have to be placed thousands of kilometers, hundreds of kilometers away from where they're based. Why is this such an issue for your junior doctors? If that placement comes up, why complain about it?
So that's what I was saying, that we would be having a different debate altogether if we were saying the doctors are placed and they don't want to go where they are placed. That's a different debate altogether. Then you would be having us as the leaders of the association talking to doctors, convincing them to go and work there, because that's what the community service policy is built into the medical training in South Africa, to do exactly that, to bring doctors to areas where doctors do not normally get attracted to go. So that debate does not arise now because the doctors have not been placed.
So what would happen? Let's say, the junior doctor needs to start that internship. 6 months later, they have not been placed. What scenario would that junior doctor be in now?
So the understanding is that if you are a junior doctor, you're supposed to do, after medical school, you do 2 years of internship. And then after 2 years of internship, you do 1 year of community service. So our junior doctors wing has just confirmed to us that the interns, which is the 2-year program, in the main, they have been placed. So the problem is sitting with the community service doctors. And that's the 1 year that is between internship and registration as an independent practitioner. So literally you cannot register with the regulator if you have not done community service in South Africa. Now, that means that is only in South Africa. Other countries, if you're done with your internship, other countries can take you. So that's the risk that we're running as a country, that these doctors, after so much resources that we've used to train them, and they've gone through the process of internship, and when they are supposed to go and do the community service, we are unable to assist them in that regard. Then the other countries who are interested in doctors and can pay, they will take them. Countries like Ireland, they've shown interest. Australia has shown interest. I was listening to the acting chairperson of the Junior Doctors Association mentioning those countries earlier today. So it's going to be a loss.
Can you give us some numbers? Are there junior doctors who are actually taking up that option to go and do their community service in Europe, in other countries? Is that actually happening?
No, we can't give you numbers now because we have not pooled them. We can't give you numbers now because we have not pooled them. And we have not given up on the fact that the state will somehow find the money, especially given the measures that we're thinking of taking, and even asking the president to intervene.
Okay.
Because the best interest, what we have is the best interest of the country first. I don't think these junior doctors want to leave the country. No, they don't. But if they are put in a corner, like it looks like they are now, they might decide to just leave if they get a job offer outside of the country. But their best interest, and SAMA's best interest, is with the nation.
And I would suppose one of the things you should be worried about is that you said 2,200 doctors are waiting to be placed on community service. If that doesn't happen, or it hasn't happened for the last six or so months, that backlog is going to become larger and larger and bigger as time goes on, because there's another set of graduates coming up.
Yes, there will be quite a number of them coming out of internship and joining the community service team.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for speaking with us there. That's Dr. Mzulungile Nodikida, Finance Chairperson at the South African Medical Association, saying they'll take the government to court if things don't change by the 16th of this month. We'll see what happens.